Okay, here it is, the full mission breakdown. Okay, go through every single part of this. This is going to take a while, and I'm going to go through it in detail. I'll talk slow. I have a bit of a Irish accent, so it's probably hard to understand. So yeah, here's my objectives. Okay, 15 altogether. So first one is a go to location. Okay, so this is simples. We spawn over here somewhere. There, spawn here, and we go to the location over here. That is the same as this photo, but the only thing is I just took the photo to spawn everybody and then despawn. So first part here, go to location. So the location is number one, this one here. I have to head into here, this other big circle. I'll explain it what it is now. Okay, so when you go to this location, there's a holding on. All right, the holding has a mission flag of 1, and the mission flag of 1 is this interactable. So basically, until you pick up the interactable, you're just going to run around doing nothing. And here is the interactable now. It's this scrap piece of paper. Okay, so that's all that is, and this has an interaction consequence of flag of 1. All right, second part here on this holding is a bounds. Okay, so I have this bounds set up here, this big sphere here, and basically what that is it's a bound zone here. I'll show you. If I go here and go to zones, and it's bounds there, you can do it like that. So I have a big sphere, right? So what happens, what does the bounds do? Well, basically when you're in the bounds, like during the holding thing, it will tell you to go back to the area that you're coming from. Okay, so it shows a return blip. You can have another thing if you go outside, you get killed, or fail or whatever, but I just have the show return blip on. Okay, that's all that is. Where do you set this again? The you can set the text. Where is the text on this one, on the bounds? It could be in here itself on the holding, and that's that objective progress. Is it down here? Specify blows. Damn, I cannot remember where it is, but it is somewhere that you say get back to the whatever it's called. I gotta go through them because this is going to be a long one, so I'm just going to go through them to see if I can find it. It's not flags. No, it is bounds, and it is zones, and it is this, but I just cannot figure out where this is. Override position, it's not there either. I'm gonna have to come back to that because I can't remember where you set that. It took me a while to figure it out how to do that anyway, and it's not in that either. Is it this one I have it in? No, that's disabled. Oh, is it the object? No, it's definitely the zone. So what have we got here? Oh, location. Jesus Christ, it is location, isn't it? No, maybe not. Objective jumps, assign objectives. No. See, I thought it was this objective setup, but it's obviously not. Let me just go to objective setup on the second one, on the zone. It's not there, so let me go to the holding objective setup. It's not there either. I'm gonna have to figure that one out anyway. But anyway, I have a bounds on here, and then when you run out, it tells you to get back in. I'll really try and find that because that's annoying me. That's the bounds. What's the other big one? What's this zone? Oh, this is just a radar zoom zone, the big one. The bounds is the same size as the location. So that's what that is. Radar zoom zone. Yeah, so like basically when you go in here, it zooms in, whatever. I'm going to put it at 20. And it looks better at 20. So that's it. I just have 3 actors here. They're just standing still. People asking how do I get the actors cones to appear on the I'll just right click on him on the map. So basically I go blip. I always put an automatic yes if I want to show they're going. Okay, that's the first thing. I do usually a height indicator if they're higher or lower. I'll have an up or down arrow. Doesn't really matter here because we're all on the same level. It's this one here, display control options, right? So you only see him within 75 meters. Okay, I have that first. And the other thing is up here in this objective override display, the objective that you want them to show up for, turn that on. Okay. So he's on for that one. He's off for the cutscene, and he's on for that one. If you have, see the way I've on for location, holding, damaged vehicle, right? This is the first objective. So when you spawn in, you're on this objective. If you have this set and you don't have a range, you'll see this blip from miles away, and I don't want that. So I use this range one a lot. Okay. Then we have the cutscene. I know this is going to take ages. You can skip whatever you want, but I'm going through every single part. So first things first, the camera shot 1. Let's warp to this. Let's not warp to this. Let's warp like this. Camera shot 1 is here. All right. And this is pointing at a little van. So when we pick up the invisible object, it goes to the cutscene. And this guy is set to drive off on his path on the cutscene. So I'll show you how that's done, but I'll just go through the cutscene for now. So camera shot 1, I have it like this. Camera shot 2, I have it here. So it just goes up like that. Here's a preview of the shot. It just moves up like that. Stop that. Have it on decelerate. That is just like it slows down to when it gets towards the end. The other cool one is this one I use. Show you what this looks like. It's slow, fast, then slow. So that's not bad as well, but I felt for this one it was good to just do the decelerate. 7 seconds is fine. None of this stuff. I could do a what's it called? A fade out. It doesn't really matter. That's that. Another thing here is you have start and end options. So if you want, you can warp yourself like right here at the start of this mission or at the start of the cutscene. Or if you want, you can warp at the end of the cutscene. So if you warp at the start of the cutscene, you're going to see yourself there. If you warp at the end, you won't see yourself, right? Let's see if we can jump in the car. No, we can't, but I found out that you can respawn in a car, which is cool. So that's that. None of this, don't bother with any of this. Also, 4 teams to watch. This is basically if you've more than one team and one of your teams is off doing something else and you're here, only you can watch, or you can get everybody to watch, but they might be in the middle of doing something else. So that's that. So after the cutscene, we want to damage the vehicle, and this is the vehicle that we want to damage. This Benson here, okay? So first things first is we have to spawn Benson in. So it is this one, isn't it? Let me get comfortable. So we spawn this Benson in. Now I just leave a lot of this stuff for a while. I have it spawning at the start of the mission. And you're probably thinking, why doesn't it drive off then? And I'll show you that's to do with the actors follow task, okay? Cleanup options, I just have it on a go to location. Basically, when I'm somewhere miles away, it disappears. So that's that one. Alright, that's cleanup options. I have no mission flag on this because I don't want the vehicle to be destroyed. And I don't know what I can complete because we're not sending it anywhere. The blip, I just have it as a van. That's that. Same thing here, look. I have it on for damaged vehicle. Same again. I don't have a range because I want you to be able to see it from everywhere. Okay, that's that one. The other thing here I have is if you want to do this damaged vehicle, go into the vehicle itself and go to objective setup. And you have 3 of them here. So the one that I want to do is damage. And I want it to go to 30%. So I have to damage 70% of the van before whatever I want happens. Okay, so you can do this whatever you want. You can do it like 90%, 20%, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to hack it instead, like if you're driving behind this and you want to hack the van and say like stay close to it and then it falls off, what you want to do is this. So by default it's in vehicle and we don't want that. So you want to stay within say 20 meters of it, okay? And then once you're in 20 meters, you can set the timer in the capture objective here, like this, vehicle capture, and then you can set the capture time here, okay? So you can stay in this little area for 30 seconds and the objective passes. Alright, so that's what that is. Retain progress is, if you're in this 20 meters and you're halfway up, if you leave it and come back, because it's off, you have to start all over again. Keep that to on and it'll retain your progress so you can come back and forward into it. Alright, that's that one, but we're not doing a capture, we're doing a damage. So we're going to put it to 30%. You think that's fairly quick, but one thing about this thing that I did is the health options I have at 300%. I don't have bulletproof tires on, and I have damage scale just with the default 100. You can put this up or down. If you put it down, it'll take ages. If you put it up, you can like one-shot it, basically. Prevent braking is off, so that's fine. Appearance, I just have it black. The reason I have headlights on is because if the headlights are on and there's somebody in it, it means the engine is on. So that means that once this cutscene starts, he can drive straight away. Otherwise, he'll spend 3 or 4 seconds starting the engine, and then we're already up the road, basically. Oh, okay. Right, entry options. Here's another one as well, right? So, the door states. I have the door states set to close, that's fine, closed, and break off. So this tunk here will break off on mission flag 2. Now you're probably wondering, what's mission flag 2? Mission flag 2 is this, the damaged vehicle. So when we damage the vehicle, it's going to, when it gets to 30%, this is complete. So what we want to do is go to the next objective. And you want to set the mission flag on objective start to number 2. So basically, you've damaged the vehicle to 30%, job done. Next objective is started. So this is the flag you want to use to get that door off. If you do it to the damaged vehicle, if you put this on objective start, it's just going to fall off at the very start of the mission or the objective. So if you want this door to fall off, do it on the next objective after damaged vehicle, right? So that's what that is. The go to vehicle is, I'll show you how I did this. Just say we do open for now, right? Got a little blazer rack in there, okay? So I've spawned in, I have it spawning at the same time as this van. So both of them spawn at mission start and he drives it round. When you shoot it off, it'll eventually fall out. There's no way to make it reverse out or anything like that or go down the ramp. But it does eventually fall out. So that's that. I'm going to keep that on break off. It just comes out a little bit quicker like that. Nothing here really on the thing or anything like that. So that's everything with this is kind of set up, right? But there is a guy in here, isn't there? Let's see where he is. It's not Benson. It's Actor 1. So what does Actor 1 do? Right. A lot of stuff we don't really need to do. You know, it's not set up or anything like that. So we're going to go down to spawning options. He spawns at the objective start of the cutscene. So the cars are here already, but he's not here. So at the start of the cutscene, he's going to spawn in that van. How you get people to spawn the driver's seat is you just hover over it like that. Alright, that's it. So he's going to spawn in the van on cutscene 3. He's going to disappear the same time as the van and all that stuff. And yeah, that's that one. So he's no mission flags or anything like that. He's no blip. His health doesn't really matter. This is all default. Relationship to us is neutral. What neutral does is, you know, we can stay near him and he won't do anything until we start shooting him. And then he'll go a bit mad. Alright, that's that. Combat options doesn't really matter. It's all default. Default as well. The task, right, so we want to set up a follow path task. Alright. When do we want the follow path to start? We want it to start immediately from cutscene, objective 3 cutscene. So as soon as he gets in this car, he's going to start this follow task. And that doesn't really matter. You can do it forever because he's going to just despawn on number 6 anyway. So that's that. Use vehicle for task. Yep. Driving flags. This is the one that we wanted to change after testing it. We don't want them to stop for vehicles. We don't want them to stop for anybody. We want them to just go over everybody like so. Swerve around all vehicles. We could just smash into them. It doesn't really matter. Off. Just gonna destroy everybody. So that's what that is. And then this is the important one. Stay on task when alerted. So this means he'll keep doing his follow path task after he's alerted. Otherwise he'll stop the task and he'll probably try and shoot you or something like that. So that's the task set up. Now we have to set up the follow path. All right. And I just have him basically going, that's his path there. So he goes there, 1, he goes 2, 3, up there, 4, 5, and he just keeps doing a loop of the city basically, because I have loop through positions. So you can take forever and he's just going to drive around forever. All right, that's what that is. So here's an example of where this follow path is. Let me see, position 2 we'll go to, just to make it a bit easier. So here's number 2. What have we got to say here? Custom on doesn't matter. That's off. The reason why I have custom vehicle speed off is because I have another one on saying go the same speed as the road you're on basically. So that's that. I have the vehicle slowdown off because if this is on, he'll slow down when he gets to here and then he just take off again. So that's pointless. There's my little barriers that I have set up. None of this. Everything's fine here. This is grand. Like, these are just follow path stuff. I've no animation on. That's fine. Vehicle options is important. So when he gets alerted, he's going to go this speed. I don't know if that's 115 kilometers an hour or 115% of the max speed or whatever, but it's 115. And then this one as well. Alert causes reckless driving. So he's going to go mad when he's alerted, basically. That's it. Yeah, that's it. This one you can't set. You just have to hover over the vehicle with the actor, and that's how that gets set there. All right. That's that. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. This big zone here. This is a ambient population spawning zone, because when I get to hit this road, I don't want anybody driving up here because the road is technically supposed to be closed. See, so I don't want anyone spawning up here. So I just have this set up here and a ramp off there. All right. So go to location is the second thing. So we have the Blazer Aqua now. That's this. We're going to go to location 2. So the first location that we go to is this one here. And the reason why I have this one here set is because these are all kind of in a line. And don't mind that giant circle, that's for the very end. And I have the distances set on all these. So we're going to drive to here first. And if we were coming from that way, we couldn't hit anything, which is great. Like the other locations. So we're going to hit this one. And then we're going to go all the way and hit this next one. Right? Here. So I'll show you what I do at locations as well. So what I do is, what's this, number 3? I go to blip setup options. Yes, that's fine. Display control options. Blip override display. And this is the first one. This doesn't really matter, but it's usually the range. I'll show you for the second one. I just have the height indicator on for this one to show that it's up the hill. That's all. But the visibility thing here, chrome display in vehicle, I had this off, but it's kind of hard to see. So I did this one so like you can kind of see you have to drive up, and it's an always on GPS because I want you to follow the road. That's basically what that is. So we're going to fly off here in our Blazer Aqua, and we're going to go to this objective here. Okay, so this one is 5. Yeah, they're all over the place. So this is the one I wanted to show you. You go down to display control options, and you can see the blip range here is 785. Where did I get that number from? I must be crazy. Well, I am, but I'll show you how I got this number. So, see this here, this big thing that just spawns sometimes. What the fuck is that? Oh, I didn't say that. Oh yeah, I have that pole disappearing. Alright, so this is why I have this on. The blip only appears when you're within this range. So basically, when you drive through this blip, the other blip will appear. That's why I have that on. I don't think I have an override display because it's the reason why I have these all off is because it's actually part of the objective, so it has to show up. So what we going? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17. Alright. So we're gonna go to 3, 5, 6 is this one here. Oops, daisies. Oh no, it's not. I lied. Wait, 3, is that the right one? Oh, it just goes in numerical order there. That's not the actual order it goes in. It's just the ones I want to pick. So it's 17 next. So we'll go down to 17. I have visibility off for this one and GPS display off because we're in the water and we don't want like a path going on the road for this. So we're going to go blip, and down here display control options, that's the distance that I want this to set. So this one appears. Alright, see? A little edge there. So as soon as we go into that one appears. Alright. We have the same for this one. I have this corona on because I want you to see the yellow to go up there because you might get confused. The next one is here. Same with this. I wanted to go here. So that is number 7. And then the last one over here is number 8. And I have this one here. Now you might be wondering, why did I change from here to another gut location? Because we do kind of a tight corner here. And this is my next one. And if I put the distance on from this, you'll be able to see it when you're in this tunnel driving around. This tunnel is like where this goes. So that's why. So I started again and it's kind of a straight path. Alright. So we're going to go here. And same again with the distances of all these. We're going to go here. Under there to here. Under the bridge. Over here. I have GPS display off for all of these. I'll show you. So what's this one? 12. So visibility, GPS always off, because if you have it on, it's just gonna, on the map, it's gonna look like it wants to go onto a road and stuff for you, so you can just take these little shortcuts and go to here. So the next one I have is over here down this little alley. I have containers to show. So if you're getting chased, you can actually lose people in here. Then I have this one. Then I have a Benson here parked at the nightclub, someone's nightclub. Have a little ramp there. We're going to ramp over here. I was thinking of removing this because it's kind of in the way. So I can remove that, but I can't remove the door. Oh, I can. Oh, lovely. Well, there we go. They're gone now. So that's much better. So now you have no chance of hitting them. I thought that was a door. Then we go down here. I have a little truck parked there. So we're going to go left through this corona. Then I have a few little ramps set up here. We're going to go through here. And then from here, this is the last location, whatever number it is, 16 that you hit. You get a collect and deliver vehicle task. And this is the car that you're actually on. So you're already on it. So all I wanted to do was set a deliver place to here. I don't know why it's so high, but anyway. So that's it. We're going to deliver it to there. All right. After here, we'll get out and we'll go to this vehicle 6 and then we'll collect on the vehicle 5 and 6. Now, why did I do 5 and 6 and not just deliver this 5? Because for this one, I have stop and exit vehicle, right? When I just had 5 on, like this vehicle, when I stopped, he didn't get out because he can't get out of a trailer. So he stayed in this. And what happened after the cutscene is I spawned on the ship in this truck. So that's why I have both of these 5 and 6 on. And we need to go over to the cargo area over here. Alright. So we're going to drive into here. And now we have a cutscene. Let's look at the cutscene. And this is what it looks like. I wish you could do voiceovers. That'd be so cool. So yeah, it's showing the cargo ship, and then I'm kind of trying to say like, oh, we're after taking off and setting sail, and now here's the cargo ship out on the water. But you know, it's not like that. So that's the cutscene. That's fine. That's grand. So after the cutscene, we have a holding objective straight away. All right. So I'm going to just zoom over here real quick. So after the cutscene, I have a warp on to here. Okay. So end options always warp. I didn't want to do start because it didn't want to make sense that we're here already. This thing here though, I want this to spawn probably after at the leave location. That'd make more sense because I want that to only spawn afterwards. So that's that anyway. That was just me tossing about. So the holding objective, what does this do? You probably guessed it. It does 6 mission flags. Alright. These ones here. And what are these 6 mission flags? These are the bombs. So when I put the bombs down, these get assigned. Right. And after all bombs are down, it skips to this objective. Alright. How did I put the bombs down? Interesting. I'll show you exactly how I put the bombs down. So first thing I did was get a, I can't do anymore. Yeah, I can. Get a explosive, right? So technology, and it's wall explosive. That's what I did there, right? So where can I do this? That'd be a bit handy. Anyway, like this, okay? So just say I put it, oh, I didn't select it, sorry. Wall explosive. So just say I put it like, here's a good spot. Just say I put it here, right? About here. I want to see the interaction type. Look how high he is there. That ain't good. But if I do this, that's kind of right, isn't it? So I'm just going to put it up a little bit higher. There we go. Look, that's perfect. Interaction thingy, right? That's grand. But do we want that? No, we don't want that. What we want is none. All right. But we know how high it has to be. That's the only thing I wanted that for. So put this to none. All right. Interaction consequences is 1 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just say 9 because we haven't used 9 yet, right? And then we can add that to the holding thingy here. All right. So that's when complete is 9, right? The other thing is I only want this to appear. Oh, this is a spawning. Sorry. Listen, forget what I said there. It's actually not this. It's spawning options. This is it. So on mission flag 9, right? All right, that's fine. So it spawns on mission flag 9. Then you want to do a second one here. And you want to do invisible object. You have to put it back here like that. And then this is the interaction that we want to do. Generic grab, high, both hands. Because we know exactly what height it is. Do not do this. This is like, it doesn't work properly. Because look, if I put it here, he turns around and stuff like that. So do not do that, alright? What I did was, let me see. Prompt right, doesn't matter. Just going to put this back a little bit. That's fine. Override options. This is the one you want to do to move it. And then you want to move him in like this until he looks like he's actually grabbing it. That is, yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm going to use that. You can see his feet are bang on the ground because we've already kind of come up with, did that. This is where you need interaction consequences of set mission flag of 9. So basically, when you do this invisible object, it sets a mission flag of 9. When mission flag 9 is set, this bomb will appear, right? So it only appears on mission flag 9. And on the objective here, the holding objective, on objective limits, you're going to put in 9 here as well. All right. So that's why I have kind of 2 interactables in the same spot. That took a while to do. If you're trying to put a blip on this, well, another thing that's confusing is you don't want to put the blip on the wall explosive. You want to put the blip on the invisible object. So we want to go blip setup options. We're going to go, yeah, because we always do that. I think I did items and there is a satchel charge. So I did that one. I did the blip color of, I think, did I do blue or green? Anyway, doesn't really matter. And then this one here, objective override, I wanted to be able to see it during this objective. And I think I might have just put the, I don't even know if I put the range on, but like, look, you can put it on max and then you can see it from everywhere. Another thing is the height indicator, I have yes on because I wanted to know if it's higher or lower. So that's basically that. So after all of these bombs, so this one, 1, 2, don't worry about that one. There's one down here, 3. There's one down there, 4, 5, and 6. After they are all set, we go leave location. So it tells you get off the ship. So we've 2 ways to get off, with the chopper or with the Blazer Aqua. And then this is where the giant leave location number 4 comes in. This huge big circle. Look at the size of it. So we can make it smaller, but I want you to get fairly far out because I have a I have a chase unit on for this of config 4. So that's why. And I have an activation delay because by the time you get to your helicopter or something like that, you know, I want the people to be after you. Probably 40 seconds is better because it does take a while to get. If that's your last one, it takes a while to get from there all the way over here. Especially if you jump off, you'll hurt yourself. So that's that. And now as soon as you get away, we have the cutscene of the stuff blowing up. Okay, so let's have a look at this cutscene. Like this. You can see all these props. I'll show you what they're all about now. Listen, you've seen this. Nothing's happening. That's fine. So let's go into the props. 89 props. Most of them are on here. So most of them, a few diversion signs, stuff like that. But a lot of them are like containers, barrels, stuff like that. So the flaming barrels are all these. And these only spawn in on the start of the cutscene. Because I want it to look like parts of it are on fire. It's the only way I could figure out doing it. So that's fine. The other, a small wooden box. This is like the most important thing ever. I had to put them there because you can't get up onto the containers without them. So that's why I put them there. The dynamic props, you can only put 20 of these in. I have stacks of barrels, like they're floating in midair. That's fine. You can't see it because the first cutscene is the camera's coming from over there. So that's why I have it just here. I have a few of them set around here, like barrels and stuff like that. So yeah, they all spawn in at the same time. Cutscene. Everything here spawns in the cutscene. So like if you want to put another one in here, what I do is I'd go copy properties from one of these, and then that'll be set to spawn in at the cutscene as well. Alright, so that's that. The other things I have are these tankers and these props. So like these big tankers, white gas tank and stuff. Now these don't blow up on their own, which is really annoying. And that's why I have this thing in. So I think I accidentally discovered this. That if you, I'll list that one. If you do this, right, if I go edit placement, I don't think it's going to work here. Tell you what, we'll go to the airport for a sec. If I go edit placement, right, if I put that down here like that, alright, and then I get the army trailer, right, if I spin that around, look, it kind of like, let me see if I can move it. Edit placement. Oh my god, it's just stuck there on it. There we go. So look, you can move around everywhere here, but once you go near here, it clicks onto it, right? So I think that's kind of cool. And I was like, oh, this would be great for a mission. As soon as this spawns in, though, it explodes. So that's a problem there. I'll show you what I mean. We will spawn. Let's change the spawn point real quick. I am talking so much, my voice is gone. We're going to spawn here. I don't think I have a cutscene at the start. Let me see this. I don't know what happens, but... Oh. Where the hell did it go? Oh, it doesn't spawn in. Oh my god. That's my fault. Somebody probably was shouting at me in the watching this like, oh, you have it on the thing. Yeah. Right, whatever. Right, mission start. And now we'll pick this one. Spawning options, mission start. Now it'll spawn. Right. It'll just blow up straight away. I don't know why it does that, but it just blows up straight away. See? I have no idea why. And then this thing is on fire. So that's why I have these trucks on the carrier, on the cargo ship, because as soon as they spawn, they explode. So it's going to create an explosion there. Take that out. Take this out. A few of these. This one here, look, set to spawn. This is just a tanker, so this should blow up as well because we have a barrel there. All this stuff. And then I have one here. Oh no, it's gone. I have just the tanker here because I was trying to get like a chain reaction going on to explode these, and it kind of does work. So yeah, I had another one here as well, and that's what the explosions are at the end. So yeah, that's that. Let me think, is there anything else that you need to know about this? I don't think so. That's a long video. I told you it's going to be long, but that's going through absolutely everything in the mission. So you've seen these spheres, the spawn points. You don't really matter about them. The respawn points and checkpoints, I have these set to checkpoint 1 is here. So if you want to do a checkpoint, this is what you do. You go create checkpoint, edit the placement, just say we put it here. Treat as start point. No, we don't want to start here. We want to respawn here. But when do we want to respawn? We want to respawn from objective 5. Go to vehicle. And until objective 13. Because that's going to be our second checkpoint. Right? So that's that. That's a checkpoint. So you do it here in spawn points. And then you go left. And then you do it here in restart checkpoints. So checkpoint 1 restarts on 5, same as the other one, and activation is number 5. Right? So that's that. 5, 5, and 5. Set the 3 of them, and that's how you set a checkpoint. Another thing I wanted to show you was if I go to this Blazer Aqua. Yeah, my voice is going, man. This is a long video. Right. If I go to this Benson, I'm going to open it up. Doors and windows, door states. Open. This is what I had for my restart point. This one here. Edit placement. You can put it in. It's bleeding Aqua. Look. And now no matter where that Blazer Aqua is, I'm going to spawn on that. So just say you're driving around and you die. You get shot by people. You're going to spawn back on it when you die. So I think that's really cool. So I like that anyway. So that's spawn points, checkpoints, locations. You've seen my location stuff. The actors, they don't do much. They're all the same kind of person to save memory. What's my memory limit? Pretty good for the size of the mission. Vehicles, 21 vehicles, same again. But look, using the same ones over and over. Nothing mad. The objects have no objective objects. 15 interactables. So you know what all them are. I went through them. No pickups. Props 89. They're just static. Excuse me, static props. These are the exploding ones. They're the ones I wanted. Zones. I've got a bounds. Yeah, I couldn't figure out where the hell that was. The writing on that, I forgot about that. But yeah, there's a bounds over here. I'll try and figure that one out and show you again. But where is it? I always get lost over here. It's over here, the big long one. Yeah, the bounds one for some reason. There is somewhere you can write, get back to the place and all, but my head's gone blanked. I've just removed a few things. A street light up on the bridge up there, and then you saw me removing the fence as well. Doors. What doors have I opened? Oh yeah, I placed this little prop here like a train carriage, and these doors by default are closed, so I just have them stuck at open. So they're just stuck locked at that. And that one's also locked at that. That's it. Then we go down here and do all the stuff and all. So yeah, apart from the bounds, I'm after going through absolutely everything in this. So like if you got to the end here, fair play to you, this is long. If there's anything I missed, let me know. But that's honestly everything I could have thought about. I told you there's a lot in it. So I really appreciate it if you watch to the end. Voice is going, so I'm going to stop this now. Thanks, and I'll talk to you again.